into the penultimate day we go now over in the Europa League, as some clubs are on the brink of elimination, but some clubs are already through to the next stage. Who am I talking about? We're going to take a look next. That's right, folks. Bam's Game and a prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 5 in this year's Europa League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang it. All things Rovers related, Europa League related, World Cup related, in less than a bloody month. That's right, goodness gracious me, the World Cup is drawing closer, but so are the knockout stages here in the Europa League. Who's going through, who's going home? We'll take a little look. And just a second, of course, big shout out to my VRPs. They are the Patreons, of course. But anyway, let's jump into it and see how we all got on last time. And then there's shall we? Of course, we got myself 46 points today, which is pretty much steady Eddie over the past 3 weeks. It's not great, it's not fantastic, but I'm still in the mix, of course. But anyway, let's take a look at the games that did take place on the 30th of October. It's been a couple of weeks since then. So let's start with a recap. Kicking it off with quite a back. I guess Olympiacos played a double here. What a shit show that was. 0-0 it was. Final score 2-0 win for me. Absolute shambles. And the same Freiburg with a 4-0 win over Nantes on with a 2-1, got 3 points on that. Gilloise, of course, St. Gilloise with a 3-3 draw against Braga. What a game that was, 2-0 win for me, for St. Gilloise. Shit the bed on that one. I got this one bang on point. Betis against Roma was a draw, 1-1 draw, of course. Meanwhile, Larnaca against Fenerbahce, 2-1 win for Fenerbahce, got the one bang on point as well. Meanwhile, Rennes with a 1-0 win over Dynamo Kiev, I won with a draw myself. Arsenal, 1-0 win over Bodo/Glimt, I won with a 2-2, got nothing on that. A final with a 2-2 draw is Midtjylland, 2-0 win in my eyes. Yep, got a couple, just a point on that. Fenerbahce 2-1 win I went with. 0-0 it was. No, 0-0 was the final score. Moving forward, Trabzonspor with a 4-0 win over Monaco. 2-1 it was my pick. Union Berlin with the one over Malmo, got the one bang on the nose. Ludogorets with, of course, a 2-0 win over HJK. I went with a 2-1 win. Not bad, 4 points for that. PSV 5-0 demolition job of Zurich. I went with a 3-0. Sociedad with a 3-0 win over Sheriff, and that was bang on the nose as well. United with just a narrow 1-0 win over Amir Nicosia. I went with a 4-0, and then wrapping up here with a 4-goal thriller. Lazio 2, Sturm Graz 2, 3-1 win. Got 4 goals. But anyway, that's of course it. Let's take a little look then at the tables. Of course, here we go. Let's have a look at it. So here we go. Of course, Arsenal played their catch-up against PSV. I think they won. That wasn't in that match day. That was a previous match day. But anyway, they topped the table with 12 points on possible 12. They're probably already through, aren't they? I think the top team goes through to Europa League knockouts. Second team will go through to the Europa Conference League. Third team, I think, goes home. So anyway, Arsenal are looking good for knockouts of the Europa League. PSV looking good for the second spot. But are going to all to do, though. Still could do it, and still can mathematically what? What we're looking at here, 7. At least get runners up spot. Fenerbahce and Rennes duking it out at the moment. It's a two-way race for the top spot on that one. Betis doing the business over in Group C over Ludogorets Razgrad. Roma got it all to do as well. Doesn't know they're going to get it, does it, Roma? Meanwhile, Union St. Gilloise looking A-OK right now. They're ripping it up over there. Of course, 3 points to Liver Braga. Of course, Union Berlin still got mathematical chances of getting through a top spot as well. Sociedad top of the charts over Manchester United. Of course, they're in second spot. They will go tumbling into the Europa League, I believe. Unless the second team plays a playoff. I don't know. I think they do go in the Conference League. Anyway, the Sheriff, of course, in third spot. Me and Nicosia with nothing. Feyenoord, of course, top of the charts there with Midtjylland and Lazio, all on 5 points. In fact, this group is very, very tight. As you can see, they're all on 5 points right now. Freiburg kicking ass and taking names, 12 points, of course, out of possible 12. Quite a bag, Nantes, Olympiacos, Fenerbahce leading the charge over there. Trabzonspor, Monaco, and Red Star at the moment. That's, of course, the state of play there. Of course, it could all change, though, very, very soon over in the Europa League. So, of course, we are looking at match number 5. Let's jump in the deep end and have a look at those games then, shall we? Of course, don't forget to play your double. Play your bloody double. We are going to jump at the deep end and take a little look at match number 5. Kick it all off with Union Berlin against Braga. Let's get in the deep end on this one then, shall we? Now, these two sides, of course, where are we? How does it look? Looks good. Now, these two sides are played just the one time. Of course, it was the reverse fixture. We'll talk about that shortly. Union Berlin, they were unbeaten in the last 5. In fact, won 100% or winning the last 5 in about 83% form for them right now. Braga, though, just one win in 5 in the 42% form for them at the moment. The reverse fixture was a 1-win for Braga in Portugal back in September the 15th. Berlin, there with a 2-0 over Heidenheim, of course, in the German Cup round 2. They're through to the next round. I mean, Braga with a 2-1 over Figueiras in the Portuguese Cup round 3. They're through to the next round as well. Of course, they're taking on Estoril this weekend. Of course, Union Berlin taking on Bochum this weekend. And both sides are expected to win those games. But the odds for this on this one, what are we looking at here? I've just lost you. I lost the bloody team. There you are. 5-4 on is Union Berlin. 60-5 is your women. 11-4 is the draw. I'm going to go with a boring 1-0 win for Union Berlin. win, 3 points in the bag, and potentially a win for them as well. Meanwhile, Malmo up against St. Gilloise, of course, over in Sweden. Of course, Malmo, though, were in the last 6. Of course, 17% form for them right now. Union Gilloise, 90% form for them, winning 5 of the last 6. Looking A-OK. In fact, they haven't lost the last 8 games, of course. The reverse fixture over in Belgium was a 3-2 win for St. Gilloise. That was back in September 2022. Djurgårdens, though, did beat Malmo 3-2 most recently over the Swedish top flight Gilloise, though, with a 2-1 win over Ghent. Of course, they're taking on Bruges this weekend. They're expected. It's going to be a tough game, that one. Could go either way. And, of course, Malmo taking on Hacken Gothenburg, expected to lose that match, of course. But the odds here, we got Malmo 5-2 for the victory. Even Stevens, as you said, Gilloise 5-2 is the draw. I'm going to go with a draw here, 1-1 apiece. 33% of the vote have gone with that as well. I think it's a good call by the public. Meanwhile, Ludogorets Razgrad against Real Betis. Of course, now these two sides played just the one time. Of course, Ludogorets Razgrad just one defeat past 6, 67% form for them, winning 3 on the bounce up against Real Betis side. Unbeaten in the last 5. Of course, pick up a couple of wins and 3 draws, 58% form for them over the last 6. Last round, though, over in Spain, it was a 3-2 win for Real Betis. That was back in September the 15th. Ludogorets Razgrad with a 4-0 win over Stara Sogra in the top flight over in Bulgaria. Meanwhile, Real Betis with the new against Cadiz over in the top flight over in Spain, of course. But the odds for this, we got Ludogorets Razgrad 21-10 for the victory, 65 is your away win, 5-2 is the draw. Going 2-1 win for Real Betis on this one, 3 points in the bag, and of course monster points needed to keep their dreams alive. Meanwhile, Larnaca taking on Dynamo Kiev over in Greece. Of course, played each other just the one time. Of course, Larnaca 50% form for them right now, won 3 and lost 3 of the last 6. That's 50% form. Against the Kiev side, won 2 of the last 6, 33% form for them at the moment. Last time around, though, over in it was in Ukraine. I believe it was 1 win for Larnaca. I don't know if they're playing the games actually in Ukraine. But anyway, last time played each other, Kiev were the hosts. 1-0 loss back in the day. Larnaca with a 4-2 win over Olympias Nicosia. Of course, Shakhtar with a 3-1 win over Dynamo Kiev most recently. But the odds for this, we've got Larnaca 11-5 for the victory, 65 is your away win, and 12-5 is the draw. Go 2-0 win for the away side here. That's Kiev. 3 points in the bag. The Greek outfit take it. Cypriot outfit. Whatever they are. Sorry, no disrespect, but, you know, I'm getting mixed up. I thought it was a Greek outfit, but is it a Cypriot outfit? It must be a Cypriot outfit if they're playing Nicosia, right? 2-0 win for Dynamo Kiev and on the same. Fenerbahce up against Rennes, of course. Fenerbahce over in Turkey. Played just the one time. Fenerbahce unbeaten in the last 9 games, of course. 92% form for them right now. Up against the Rennes side. Unbeaten in the last 11 games. 92% form for them as well over the last 6. Last time around, that was a 2-2 draw over in La France. That was back in September the 15th. Rennes with a 3-2 win over Lyon most recently. Fenerbahce with a 1-0 win over Akango in the top flight over in the Superliga. Rennes taking on Angers this weekend. Fenerbahce taking on Başakşehir, of course, in a bit of a busy week over in the domestic leagues. The odds on this one, we're looking at Fenerbahce 8-5 for the victory, 94 draw, 70-10 is the thing on this. Going to go with a draw here, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, and I might even play my booster. I'm thinking about playing my booster on that one. PSV taking on Arsenal. Again, they just played each other just this past weekend. Played each other 6 times, 2002. 1 with PSV, 2 for Arsenal, 3 draws, of course. PSV, though, 67% form for them right now, winning 4 of the last 6. Against the Arsenal side, of course, 6 wins on the spin for them, 100% form for them at the moment. Of course, they did just play just a couple of days ago. It was a 1-0 win for Arsenal. That was in London. However, this game is over in the Dutchlands. Of course, Arsenal taking on Southampton this weekend. PSV taking on Groningen most recently. But the odds for this, the quick turnaround reverse fixture, 9-5 is PSV, 13-10 is your Arsenal, and of course PSV. The draw is 11-4. I'm going to go with the draw on this one as well. I think Arsenal will be happy with that. They just want to keep their momentum going, and of course another point in the bag will do them no harm. And then the same Zurich up against Bodo Glimt, of course, come at you in Switzerland. Played each other just the one time. Zurich though without a win in the last 6. Now in fact they've won the last 12, 33% form for them right now. Bodo Glimt they're winning 3 and the last 5, 58% form over the last 6. Of course they played each other in Bodo Glimt. That was in Norway back in September 2022. Glimt though, of course, with a 16 win over Vålerenga most recently. Basel did draw with Zurich 0-0 in the end. Back-to-back draws, back-to-back 0-0s. In fact, they've gone 1, 2, 3, 4 games now without a goal. Zurich shit the bed. Zurich though taking on the Grasshoppers, of course, over in Swiss top flight there. Bodo Glimt taking on Christian in the top flight again. Both sides are expected to win that game, and on the same. The odds here 5-2 is Zurich from 2019 on Bodo Glimt. 11-4 is the draw. Gonna go. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go 2-1 for Bodo Glimt on this one. Zurich are just hitting the shit right now. They're garbage. Lazio against Midtjylland, of course, come at you over in Roma. Played just the one time. Lazio unbeaten in the last 6 games. 75% form for them over the last 6. However, just 1 win in the last 4, drawing 3 in the past 4 as well. Midtjylland, of course, winning 3 of the last 4, unbeaten in the last 9, 75% form though over the last 6. Last round there was a 5-1 win for Midtjylland in Denmark. That was back in September the 15th. Midtjylland with a 6-0 win over FA 2000 over the Danish Cup round 3. Lazio with a 0-0 draw against Udinese. It's a difficult match over in the top flight there in Italy. 7-4 on is your Lazio, 60-5 is your 70-4 is the away win. We're going to go 2-0. Yeah, we're going to go back to the favourite here. 57% of the result. We're going 2-0 win for Lazio over in Roma. Next, of course, we have Ferencváros taking on Monaco over in Hungary. Now, these two sides play each other just the one time. Of course, Ferencváros winning twice in the last 6. 33% form for them right now. Monaco, though, without a win in 2 games now. 75% form for them at the moment. The reverse fixture over in Monaco was a 1-0 win for Ferencváros. That was back in September the 20th. September the 15th, sorry. Monaco with a draw against Clermont Foot. Ferencváros did lose in the cup. 3-2, of course, to Ivanska. 3-2 to get knocked out. They're taking on Puskás Akameda this weekend. They're expected to win that game. Monaco taking on Lille in a very, very tight game. It could go either way. But the odds on this one, Ferencváros score 14-5, 13-5 is your 11-10 on is your Monaco. They are favoured here, but again, it's a tough one to call. I'm going to go with a draw. Draw for this. Point in the bag. We'll see how I get on with that one. Next, of course, we have Red Star taking on, of course, Trabzonspor over in Belgrade. Now, these two side players just the one time. But Belgrade, though, 5 wins in the last 6. 83% form for them right now. Trabzonspor, just 1 defeat in the past 6. 67% form for them over the last 6 as well. Last time around, it was a 2-1 win for Trabzonspor. That was over in Turkey. It was back in September the 15th. Red Star Belgrade with a 2-0 win over Vodje Novi Sad. Back-to-back clean sheets for them up against the Trabzonspor side. Picked up a draw, a decent draw away to Besiktas, of course, in domestic top flight. The odds on this one, we have 23-20 is your host, 12-5 is draw, 9-4 is your away win. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Red Star, 3 points in the bag. The difficult team to play against, especially at home. Nantes up against Quarabag, of course, over in La France. Plays just at one time. Reverse fixture, we'll talk about that shortly. Nantes, so 1 win in 6, 25% form for them right now. Quarabag unbeaten in the last 9 games. Good discretion me, 90% form for them at the moment. Of course, the reverse fixture was a 3-0 win for Quarabag over in Quarabag. It's back on September the 15th. Quarabag, though, with a 3-0 win over Tuvresos in the domestic top flight. Then Nantes with a 4-1 over Stade Brest. Of course, they're taking on Nice, which is very, very nice, of course, this weekend. They're expected to lose that game. Quarabag might be in action. I don't even know. There might be in action right about now. I just don't know. Tough one to call here. Tough one to call. I'm going to go with a away win here. 2-1 win for Quarabag. Yes, I am. Surprise, surprise. Freiburg. They're going to be taking on Olympiacos, of course, over in Germany. Of course, these two sides play each other reverse time. They've actually played each other twice. One's a friendly. We'll talk about the other important one in a minute. Freiburg, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them right now. Olympiacos winning 2 of the last 6, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, most recently, they played each other over in Greece. It was a 3-0 win for Freiburg. That was back in September 2022. Freiburg, they were 2-1 win over St. Pauli in the German Cup. They're through to the next round. Olympiacos going out, though. Actually, no, they're not there. That's in the domestic league over in Greece. They lost to PAOK. 2-1 it was, over at home. So a bit of a shit show, of course. Taking on Panathinaikos as well this weekend. Olympiacos, Freiburg taking on Bremen as well in a bit of a difficult weekend for both sides. The odds on this one then, shall we? We've got Freiburg coming at you at 2-1 on for the victory. 65 is draw and 11-2 is the away win. Go 2-0 win for the host here. Freiburg 3 points back. 29% of the vote for that one. Into the final 4 is HJK up against Roma, of course. HJK Helsinki over in Finland. Play each other just at one time. We'll talk about that shortly. 40% form for them right now for HJK. Back-to-back defeats for them up against the Roma side. Just 1 defeat past 5, 58% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round it was a 3-0 win for Roma in Roma back in September 2022. HJK, though, back-to-back games now without a goal. Roma with a 1-0 win over Sampdoria most recently. Taking on Napoli this weekend. A bit of a zinger, but we're expected to lose that game as well. But the odds on this one, we have HJK Helsinki 7-1 for the victory. 3-1 on is your Roma. 4-1 is your draw. I'm going to go with just a boring 1-0 win for Roma on this one. 3 points in the bag, and again get themselves back in track and maybe even squeak through to the next stage, or at least second spot on this one. Amir Nicosia taking on Real Sociedad in the battle for the big boys, of course, over in Group E. Played each other just one time. Amir Nicosia, though, we're losing 4 in the bounce. 33% form for them right now. It looks like Neil Lennon has gone. Let me just Google that. Has he been fired? I think he's gone, you know. 4 days ago, sacked. Wow. That's strange. Strange. Anyway, let's get back into it, of course. Surprise, they've lost 4 on the bounce. I mean, Nicosia up against the Sociedad side. Unbeaten, of course, in the last 8 games. Winning streak of the last 8 games. 100% form for them at the moment. Of course, it was a 2-1 win in Spain last time around. Of course, Sociedad with a 1-0 win in Mallorca most recently. I mean, Nicosia, though, did lose to Nena Salamita. Of course, actually, that's 3 games now without a goal. They actually lost 1, 2, a shitload of games. Of course, where are they? Does it tell me where they are in the top flight? It does not tell me where they are. But anyway, of course, the odds for this, if we can find the bloody odds, we've got Nicosia 7-1 for the victory, 9-4 on is your Sociedad. 10-3 is the draw. Okay, despite that, you're still going to lose to Sociedad. You're pissing in the wind here, boys. You're gonna get honked and none the same. Anyway, Man United up against Sheriff of Tiraspol. Will Cristiano Ronaldo play? I don't know. Of course, question marks remain about his future. Anyway, 75% form for Man United. Of course, unbeaten the last 5. Of course, against Tiraspol side, 67% form for them, winning 4 of the last 6. Of course, last time around was a 2-0 win for United in Tiraspol. That was back in September. Of course, Tiraspol with a 6-0 win over Spedacedrocina in the domestic cup there. 6-0 demolition job. Spurs did lose to United. Of course, back-to-back clean sheets now for United. Actually, 3 clean sheets on the spin for Man United heading into this game. But the odds on this, we have, of course, Man United 91 on for the Rich 52 draw. 21 is your away, but I'm going to go 3-0 on this one. Again, going with the popular vote, 38% of the vote. And then the same. Should we play booster? I think I've already played the booster. And then wrapping up is Sturmgratz up against Feyenoord. Let's take a look at this badger then. Of course, it's the bottom of the shop right here. Of course, place of just the one time. Sturmgratz unbeaten in the last 6, 83% form for them right now. Feyenoord unbeaten in the last 5, 58% form for them at the moment. Last time around, it was a 6-0 win for Feyenoord in Feyenoord back in September the 15th. Sturmgratz with a 1-win of a gank in the Austria Cup round 3. They're through to the next round. Up against their Feyenoord side now, of course, 3-1 win over Alkmaar over in the Eredivisie. Of course, the odds right here right now for this badger arena. We have Sturmgratz 13-5 for the race. 11-4 is the draw. 11-10 on is your final. It's going to be tight. It's going to go 2-1, I think. Have I done my double? I've not done my double. Which one am I going to do? I'm going to do my double. I'm going to go here. I'm going to back my Roma here. Go against the grain. Hopefully 3 points in the bag. That's, of course, my pickaroos, guys. Make sure you get your own pickaroos in there, of course. And hopefully the link to join is on the screen about now. It's definitely in the description. But make sure you check out the link in the description or on the screen, wherever it may be, to join in with the fun, with the prediction league and get your name in lights. Of course, we're back, of course, for match number 6. And then, of course, the knockout stages whenever they come around. But until then, guys, smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash the little bell. See you soon for the next. Until that, we're done.